Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is my everyday makeup drawer for March. My favorite video to film. I know this is a lot of your favorites as well. I know a lot of you tell me that you look forward to these every month too. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I did want to mention, if you notice in the first part of the video, I look different. My hair is up in a bun and I look a little bit different than I do at the end in the Get Ready With Me. It's because this was filmed on 2 different days. I have been going through it for the past week. I've been having lots of things, mainly migraines, just terrible headaches, and I haven't been able to sit in here and film. So I couldn't make it all the way through filming this video in one day. So I had to split it up. So if you're wondering why I look a little bit different, that's why. But I'm feeling okay right now. But that's where I've been. That's why I missed a few videos. I'm so sorry. I'm hoping I'm going to be feeling better here in the next few days. I feel a little bit better right now. So anyway, thank you so much for supporting me and being patient with me as always. But if you are not familiar with these videos, basically I do them at the beginning of every month. I take you with me through my makeup collection and pick out products that I keep in my everyday makeup drawer in my desk here for the month. And then at the end, we use the products and do our makeup together. I also share at the beginning of the video the previous month's products, and I declutter a few. That's kind of a new addition I've made, is I've been trying to declutter as I go filming these videos. So that's at the very beginning of the video, but that's kind of how they go. And I hope you enjoy it. If you are new, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty content here on my channel, and I would love for you to stick around, subscribe. And let's just go ahead and get started with last month's products. All right, so these are all the products that I've had in for the month of February. Most of you probably watch these videos regularly, but if you don't, this side over here is my Project Pan stuff. So that will not change. That stuff just kind of stays here. But I do just kind of want to quickly go over the things that I feel like maybe I've made a little bit of progress on in the past month. Nothing truly exciting that I can think of, but one of the things I've actually used the most is this. I'm actually shocked I have not hit pan on this from Jane Iredale. You can see it's very well loved. I have some hard pan on it right there that I need to get off. But I mean, every time I use this, I think I'm going to hit pan on this. I'm going to hit pan on this. I'm going to hit pan on this. It just hasn't happened yet, but I am very, very close. But I've been using this so much in the past month, just on days where I didn't do a whole lot to my face, or actually a lot of my days have been like that recently. Just being pregnant, sometimes I just don't have the energy to do all that. But sometimes if I run out for like a doctor's appointment or something, I'll just put on my SPF and then I'll just throw on a little bit of this just to feel a little bit more put together. So I've been using this a ton. No pan yet, but you can see very, very, very well loved. I think it's definitely going to happen at some point, just not quite yet. Let's see. The other thing I probably use the most from over here is the Mario blush in Barely Blushing, which no pan on this either, but I mean, I have used the crap out of this. Honestly, like this area right here, I don't know if you'll be able to see very well because of the light. I'm trying to use natural light right now and I don't have a ton of it. But this, I think, has potential for me to hit pan on. But honestly, I don't care if I do or I don't, because I love this product and I don't really want to use it up, to be honest. But I feel like I probably will hit pan on that pretty soon. Let's see what else. I've been using this a ton as well, the Catrice concealer. Definitely still have quite a bit of product left in there. Like I'm not really seeing any empty areas on the sides or anything, but have used that quite a bit as well. Fenty bronzer. Oh, there's a hair in it. That's kind of gross, but Fenty bronzer has had pan. I think the pan is about to get slightly bigger, like right there in the middle, but that's another one I've used quite a bit, and that's probably it in terms of, oh, updates. Actually, one more. I have used my Anastasia quite a bit, my brow powder. This side, I'm definitely going to hit pan on any day now. I just feel it because I'm very, very close in a lot of these areas on the lighter side right here, but not yet. So that's a little project pan update for you. Nothing super official, like I've said from the beginning of the year. I'm not really worrying or doing like official updates or anything like that for these products. I'm just trying to use them and get as close to using them up as possible, and then updating you in these videos. So that's an update there for you. Skincare stuff, I'm not really changing. I basically just leave this stuff the same until I use it up. Now, moving over to this area. So these are all the everyday makeup products that I selected for February. We do have some that are going to get decluttered here because I'm just being super, super picky right now with makeup. And you know, my skin is different. I'm pregnant. My skin does not look like it did before pregnancy. It doesn't look bad. Like, I'm pretty happy with it overall, but it definitely is different than it was 6 months ago, or I guess it's closer to 7 months ago now. So some of these things I've just found just don't work great for me, and they're gonna go, because what's the point of holding on to stuff that you don't really love? Sadly, I guess I'm in the minority here, but I'm not a fan of these. The Lumi blushes, I have Worth It. This one's more of the matte form, or it's not matte, but it doesn't have metallic shimmer in it. And then this one is True Rose. This one is more metallic. I don't love the color of this one. This turns a little bit orangey on me, and I just don't love the shade on my skin tone. So that is the main reason for getting rid of this one. The metallic one, I think this is patchy. Every time I've tried to use it, whether I do it from the back of my hand or I apply it on my face, I just don't like the way it blends out. It just doesn't apply evenly to me. So I haven't enjoyed these at all, to be honest. So they're gonna go, because what's the point? Let's talk about these concealers. So I have House Labs from Lady Gaga, and then Beautiful Skin from Charlotte Tilbury. Okay, I think Beautiful Skin for my skin right now, it's just not hydrating enough. I wouldn't call it super drying in terms of the formula, but it just doesn't have the hydration that I kind of need right now. It can definitely look and feel a little bit too dry for me, and that's just not something I'm going to reach for right now. It's just not. So also that concealer is on the older side, so that's going to go. This concealer I go back and forth with, the House Labs. Sometimes I use this and I love it. Sometimes I use it and I don't. So this I'm kind of on the fence with. I think I'll probably hold on to it for now, but it's borderline getting decluttered. So there's that, if you're wondering. It's not a bad concealer. It gives pretty decent medium coverage. Definitely more hydrating than Charlotte Tilbury, but it's not a favorite, is what I'm trying to say. But that one, I think, will get a pass. Another thing I really don't like is this. The Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this, but no matter how I apply it, it makes my brows look goopy. You know, when you apply a brow gel and it looks, if you look up close, you can see like a weird residue just kind of sitting there. That is what happens with this. And the only thing I haven't tried is applying this on completely dry skin. So no skincare, no sunscreen, no makeup, no nothing. Because even applying this just after I've done my skincare and my SPF, I feel like it gets goopy in my brows. I don't know. Part of me kind of wants to just declutter this because this has kind of annoyed me for the past month. The only thing I haven't tried, like I said, is just doing it on clean skin. But then I've got to apply all my skincare around my eyebrows and make sure I don't I just don't know if I'm going to do that, to be honest. I am thinking that's going to go as well. Another thing I did not enjoy is the RMS Straight Up Peptide Mascara. This got clumpy on me after having it open like, I don't know, for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It is such a thick formula. It doesn't really separate the lashes at all. I haven't enjoyed it at all. So I think that one is also going to go. Pretty much enjoyed all of these lip products. Yeah, so none of that is gonna go. The only other thing that's kind of on the chopping block is this. Not because it's a bad palette, but just because realistically, I don't use most of these colors on a daily basis. Like I use this gold, but I don't really use the other three often, even though it's a pretty palette and I like the colors. I don't know. But then the other part of me is like, well, it's different from all my other things. So I kind of want to have it to do something fun with at some point, but I don't know. I kind of feel undecided on that, but I think for now, since I don't know 100%, I'm going to keep it. Some of the things that I loved this month, like really, really liked, the Saie Dew Bronze. I'm kind of shocked by this because I actually didn't love this product for a while. Randomly started using it, put it in the drawer this past month, and I have used this quite a bit and really enjoyed it. Loved that. Loved the Mario blush in Mellow Mauve. This is such a pretty kind of pinky mauvey blush. I really, really like. Oh my gosh, favorite lip product ever. RMS Legendary Lip in the shade May. One of my favorite lip products I've purchased in quite a long time. Those are kind of things that stand out. I also got a new shade of Maybelline Superstay. I got shade 112 because I was trying to use a shade that was too dark and adjust it with my blue and my white pigments, and it was just getting annoying and frustrating. So I just bought a new shade and I really like this one. Not a favorite, Natasha Denona High Glam Corrector. However, because I do a lot of color corrector content, I'm gonna keep this for that purpose, but this is just not a favorite for me. I swear this is not the same formula as the High Glam Concealer. I know that seems really strange, but I just don't think this is the same formula as that. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But if you're wondering, this is not a favorite color corrector for me. Okay, I guess that's about everything. So now I'm gonna take all of this stuff out of here and we will put it away and pick some new makeup. Okay, let's pick some new makeup. We'll start with primer. Last time I used this one from MAC. I actually really enjoyed this, the Studio Radiance Moisturizing Primer. So that was a really good choice. This time I think I might do this one from Danessa Myricks, the Yummy Skin Glow Serum, because this is a super hydrating primer, which is what I need right now. And it's also probably my newest primer out of all of these. So I think we're gonna go for Danessa Myricks for a primer. For foundation and skin tint, the last time I picked two. I picked more of a skin tint and then more of a traditional foundation. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing again. All right, first thing I think I'm gonna put in is the Jones Road What the Foundation. This is pretty new to me. It was sent to me in PR a little while ago. And I have used this a few times. I actually really liked it the few times that I have used it. And this shade for me is a good match right now. So I kind of want to use this more consistently and see what I think of it. But My impression of it was if you have dry skin and you don't mind, you know, a lighter coverage product, this was very, very nice. So I'm thinking for one option, or for a lighter coverage option, we'll go with Jones Road. And then for just a regular foundation, I guess we could do, well, I was gonna say Huda Beauty, but I feel like that isn't hydrating enough for me right now, so maybe not. I'm also trying to consider what would be a good shade for me right now, and a lot of my foundations are not. They're all a little bit dark because it's like dead of winter and I have absolutely no color or sun on my skin. We could also do this. This is another pretty hydrating foundation, the HD Skin Hydra Glow in 1N06. I really like this too. Maybe we'll go for this. I haven't used my Makeup Forever in a while, and this is lighter coverage, but a little bit more than Jones Road. And it's a pretty hydrating formula as well. So I think we'll go for those two for a foundation and a skin tint. All right, moving over here for color corrector. We might put these in. These are pretty new, but I'd like to use them consistently for like a whole month. The new Kosas Revealer Skin Bright color correctors. I have Magic and Illusion, I think. Yes, Illusion. So the lightest shade and the second lightest shade. I usually either use Illusion on its own or I'll mix the two, but these are really nice. They're very full coverage though, so you have to use, or I would recommend using, a very, 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 very small dot, only where you need it. But since these are so new to me, I kind of want to put them in and test them out with some more things throughout the month. So I think we'll go with those for corrector. And for concealer, let's choose, I usually choose two, so I think that's what we'll do this time as well. Okay, I think we'll do this time, RMS Uncover Up, because this is pretty new. This I ordered, I guess like a month and a half, 2 months ago for an RMS video, and the color is definitely off. I think I could probably make it work with other things depending on what I pair it with, but I haven't used this one enough to really determine how I feel about it. So I think I might do this, or I could also do, this is a very similar product. The shade I think would be better for me, so maybe I should use this. This is Glossier Stretch Concealer in the shade G11. Now I'm torn. I want to do this one because it's newer and I don't know, I feel very uncertain about it, but the shade might be kind of hard right now. Okay, I think we're gonna do Glossier Stretch Concealer for one option, and then I need to pick another one, something that will match that has some more coverage. Okay, so I was thinking maybe my Hourglass concealers. I have 2 different shades. I could probably wear either one of them, so I might just put both of these in. This is definitely not a super hydrating formula though, but since I've pretty much picked all hydrating products other than this I think might pair okay with the other things that I chose. So I might do my Hourglass concealers. Those used to be like my absolute favorite. They're not my favorite anymore. Natasha Denona would be my favorite. Actually, I just had a different thought. I think I might put in Armani Luminous Silk Concealer because I bet this would be really nice mixed with the Hourglass concealer, because this is more hydrating. This one is not. I've never tried mixing them together, but I have a feeling they might mix well. So I think I'm going to cheat and choose 3 Glossier Armani to mix with the Hourglass. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So that is everything for this drawer. Okay, let's do powders. So these are my powders back here. What should we choose? So I have two powders actually in my project pan. I have one of my Kosas powders, the pressed cloud set, and then I have my Jane Iredale powder foundation in there also. So I already have two, but I want to choose at least one powder, maybe two, just to have an option. I think maybe I'll choose a newer powder and then one that's not as new. Let's use this powder. I have not used this in quite a while. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless powder. This one is the shade medium. I think it should still be okay, I think. Maybe I'll choose like a lighter powder for the center of my face, and I could use this everywhere else, but I haven't used mine in forever. I just kind of want to use it again. Definitely not a new thing, but something I kind of want to pull back out. And then, okay, I just got this. I hate to choose like brand new things to put in, but I really like this so far and I want to keep using it. The Kosas Cloud Set, the loose one. This is the pink translucent candy shade, and I like this a lot so far, but I want to keep using it. So I think we'll go with those two for powders. For a highlighter, okay, I think I might put this in for a highlight. This is the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Highlighting Duo in Mood Light. Really, really beautiful powder highlighters, and I always kind of forget about them. I don't know why I forget that I have this, but those are so pretty, they need to be used. So I think that will be my highlighter. And then for bronzers, which are over this way, I already have a powder and a cream in my project pan as well, but I like to choose a few different options just so I don't get bored. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this one, if I can get it out. RMS bronzer in Beachwalk Betty, just because I think this will be a really good tone for right now, and I love this powder formula. So I am gonna go for Beachwalk Betty from RMS, and then I think I will choose one cream just to have. We might do this. I actually pulled this out for a video the other day and I used it. Long story short, the video I didn't end up uploading. I didn't love the video when it was done. So anyway, I pulled this out for that video and I used it. And I really like this, but it had been a long time since I used this Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer. So maybe we'll do this for something a little bit on the older side. I kind of want to put this in. I don't know why. Honestly, more for eyeshadow than for highlighter. I might stick that in also. Okay, we're gonna do that too, and that's everything for here. Okay, moving on to blushes. Now, there are so many new blushes, aren't there? I cannot believe the amount of blush launches. Some of them are not even available yet, but I've gotten a few in PR, and some of them I purchased myself. I mean, it's just, there's just so many blushes right now. So I have so many that I want to put in, but that is not the point of this video. The point is to narrow it down a little bit. So I think what we're gonna do is pick one newer launch and one that is not a new launch, something that's a little bit older. Y'all, look what I did. Don't be like me and overpay for a blush, but I got it in my head that I wanted this blush color from YSL, and it's not available in the United States. So what did I do? I went on Mercari and found somebody that was selling a new one of these. This is the Rose Haze color. It's number 6. And you know what? I overpaid for it. However, I really don't regret it because I've already used this and I absolutely love this color. It is such a beautiful peachy pink, and I love it so much. So I have that. Part of me kind of wants to put that in, but I honestly, I haven't had that for very long and I've already been reaching for it quite a bit. So I feel like I should choose something different, but I'm so happy with those YSL blushes. Then I'm like, maybe we should choose a Patrick Ta blush. Okay, we could do She Goes to the Gym, which is this shade. This is one of his newer shades. Very pretty. Or we could also do She's Seductive. I never put a Patrick Ta blush in the everyday makeup drawer. I don't know why. Maybe we should do this. I kind of want to do Patrick Ta, She's Seductive. I want to see how much I enjoy this one as opposed to Not Too Much, because Not Too Much is typically my favorite. So I think we will do that for one option. So the Patrick Ta one is more of a nude color, so I want to choose something that's not exactly that. Maybe we should do Kosas in Blissed. So this is a really beautiful, warm, peachy pink that I think would go with a lot of different things, but it's definitely a different tone than the Patrick Ta blush. So I think maybe we will do Kosas. And then I kind of want to pick one more thing. I know I said I was only going to pick two, but once again, being indecisive. Ooh, this is a pretty blush. I guess I could do one of these. This might be a good one. I think we'll put Saie in the shade Sweetie. And that formula is kind of like the bronzer. It's never been a favorite, but I don't dislike it, but I would like to use it more consistently, like for an entire month. So I think we will actually put that one in. And I think that is it for blush. All right, for the eyes, I feel like I want to do a small palette, maybe more than one. So this is the new Chantecaille Lapillion collection. This is the Nymph Eye Trio, which is so pretty. I did get this in PR. I did a little Instagram reel with it a few weeks ago, but this is so pretty. This formula is a really beautiful, baked, luminous formula, and it's so pretty, and I do love these three colors. So I kind of want to put that in and play with that some more. So I may do that, and then maybe I might stick another little palette in too. I was thinking of maybe one of my Surratt palettes. This is Beyond Beige, which is just so beautiful. I love all these colors, but I also have another one from Surratt that I love. This one was sent to me a long time ago from them, but I like all the colors in here as well, especially these. They're this taupe color. Oh my gosh, so pretty. This was like a custom quad, so they sent me like the 4 individual shades in here. So I thought about maybe putting that in with it, or I feel like I need another palette of some kind that has like a matte shadow in it, since these are not matte, they're all luminous. I guess I actually don't have that many like all matte palettes. Really the only one that I have that I use for stuff like this is the Mario palette, which honestly I don't need another matte palette if I have this, because I can do literally anything with this palette. So maybe I'll put this in, because honestly this gives me any matte I could possibly want to pair with anything. So honestly, I might do that, and then I'll do the Chantecaille one too, just for something fun. And let's see, for an eye primer, maybe we'll do this. This is Trish McAvoy, her eye base in the shade Demure. It's just kind of a light beige color, but it's just a nice base for eyeshadow, or you can wear it alone. I got this sent to me a really long time ago, and I don't really use that much. So I guess we'll put that one in as well. And let's see, what else? I might even do one of my Merit single shadows. This is in the shade Studio. They describe it as more of a taupe. On me, it turns pretty warm, like a peachy tone, but it is a pretty like one and done shadow. As long as I don't go in really heavy with the color, then it can look a little bit too warm. But I think I might put that in as well. Ooh, we could put this in actually, because this I don't use a lot at all. This is Charlotte Tilbury, the Eye Mermaid, or what are these called? Eyes to Mesmerize in the shade Exaggerize. This is a pretty warm, neutral shade that I don't use a ton. Maybe we'll do that too, because I don't remember the last time I used that actually. And I think that's it. I don't think I need any more eyeshadows this time, so that should be good. Mascara, I'm gonna put this in, the Big Deal from L'Oreal. I can't figure out how I feel about this. Sometimes I use it and it smudges, and other times I've used it and I don't notice the smudging, so I'm still trying to figure that out, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that in and use it some more. And then I guess I'll put my Maybelline Sky High back in brown. This is almost gone, so I could use this up by the end of the month. So I think we'll do that as well for a brown option. For the brows, I already have a brow powder in that's part of my project pan. I guess for a brow gel, I'll do this. This is new to me, the Super Lock from Maybelline. So I'm still kind of testing that one out. I guess I could put this in. This is CoverGirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil. This is almost gone. I'm kind of shocked this is still in here. I guess I'll put that in just to try to use it up maybe. And that's probably it for brows because I have my brow powder in already. The only other thing is an eyeliner. I'm gonna put these two in. Limitless Brown from Makeup Forever and RMS Beauty Plum Definition. That would actually be really pretty with that Chantecaille palette. And that is everything for here. And finally, for the lips. Let's choose lip liner here. I do have two of the Rhode ones. I don't know, y'all. I have a lot of thoughts on these, but my overall impression is I love the idea. I love the concept. I love everything about it, but there is literally no longevity with these. None. Zero. They are gone in less than a minute on me. So that's kind of my overall thought. I love the idea, and I wish they had just a little bit more lasting power, because I think they could have been a really big hit, but I think they missed it with the staying power. Just my opinion. Okay, let's choose lip liner now. I think I might put this or these two in actually, if I can find them. All right, this is one. I'm gonna do this little Mario lip liner in Smoky Pink. I've definitely been sleeping on Smoky Pink from Mario. This is such a beautiful, dusty, kind of rosy shade. I just have a little mini that I got in a kit a long time ago, but this is such a beautiful color. So that is gonna be one of them. Okay, I'm also gonna put both of these in. So these are the Victoria Beckham lip liners. I ordered a new one in shade 5 when I did my Victoria Beckham eye wardrobe video with her new palettes. Shade 5 is such a beautiful brown. Oh my gosh, I love it. And it paired with shade number 2, it's even better, but I wanna use shade 5 more. I kind of want to try pairing them together. So I think we'll do both of those. And I'll probably stop there. I do like to have options when it comes to lip liner because it just kind of depends on the day. I guess we could put the Rhode ones in just for the heck of it. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so that should be good for lip liner. All right, moving into some other things now. Ooh, we could do this gloss from Lisa Eldridge. This is the shade Muse. Really beautiful rosy nude gloss. I think we'll do that from Lisa. Okay, I'm gonna put both of these in from Chantecaille. So these were sent to me with the butterfly palette that I showed you earlier. These are the lip sheers and they're so pretty. They're basically a balmy lipstick that they have a little bit of color. They're not anything super pigmented, but they're just really nice, easy, everyday lip products. So I think I will put both shades in that I have. Maybe we'll do Flesh Pot from MAC. This is also pretty new to me. I kind of want to play with it some more, pair it with some other things. So I think we'll do that. And maybe another lipstick that I haven't used in a while. Oh, I know what I want to do. Let's put in this from Victoria Beckham. When I ordered the other things, the lip liner and the eye wardrobes, I got a new color in her lipstick, and it's Twist. And oh my gosh, I absolutely love, love, love this color. Let's put that in and use that some more. Maybe one more gloss that would go with a lot of different things. I guess we could put in this Chanel gloss. This is shade 722, the Rouge Cocoa Gloss. This is like a cooler, mauvier gloss. Very pretty color though. I haven't used that in a while either. So let's do that. And I think that should be everything. So I'm gonna gather all this stuff up and then we will organize it back in the drawer. All right, I think I got everything put back as well as I could. These were kind of hard to fit in here. I had to rearrange these quite a bit. So I don't have everything like with each other. I had to kind of mix them up a little bit. I have foundations, concealers, corrector back here. My Hourglass one had to go up here though because it wouldn't fit there. I've got my mascaras up here, my lip liners under there. We've got powders, highlighter, blush, bronzer right here. Eye things right here. The Danessa primer would really only fit there, and then my lipsticks and lip glosses right here. So that is everything for March, and now we'll use the products and do our makeup together. All right, we're gonna get started with the makeup, but before we do that, I'm gonna apply a little bit of my eye balm from Refi because I need all the help I can get right now. If you're wondering why my hair has changed since the first part of the video where I was picking the makeup and all of that, I filmed that part a few days ago and I wasn't able to get through filming this part. Y'all, I've been on the struggle bus for the past week. I am literally not a functioning human. I have been having migraines, really bad ones, and or I shouldn't say really bad ones because I don't struggle with migraines typically, so I don't think what I have is like considered the worst type of migraine, but I am not someone that struggles with headaches ever. And about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I started getting these headaches, and I did a little bit of research on it. I won't get that much into it, but basically they're migraines with aura, A-U-R-A, which I had never heard of before, but apparently it can happen during pregnancy where basically you will get these kind of like spots or zigzags you'll start seeing randomly like in your eyes, and then that kind of goes on for 15-20 minutes or so, and then it's followed by a headache, which is a migraine typically, and that's what I've been getting. And yeah, it has just kind of taken me out and made me feel really, really bad and pretty much unable to do anything. So that's where I've been for the past week and a half. And when I filmed the first part of this video, once I got through that half of it, I just couldn't go on and do the get ready with me part. So we're gonna do that today and hope that I can make it all the way through. I feel all right now. So hopefully I can make it. But the last week has not been fun. In fact, I would say this is actually even worse than the first trimester. And the first trimester was not fun. So if you're wondering, that is where I've been. And I'm so sorry to just disappear on you, but you never know. Every day in pregnancy is different. You never know what you're gonna get, really. And the last week has not been kind to me. So that's what's been going on. I am 26 weeks and 3 days right now. And I'm sure I'm gonna get comments about checking your blood pressure and all those things. And I've done that. I've been to the doctor about this. I am checking my blood pressure at home. They did like the urine test where they check for the proteins in the urine and all that. And they don't think that that's the issue. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just a pregnancy thing. I don't know if it's allergy related because of everything right now with all the pollen and just weird weather things going on. I don't know if it's that or if it's just like where I'm at in pregnancy. I don't know. Okay, let's get into some fun stuff, some makeup. So I was trying to decide if I was going to use this one from Jones Road or the Makeup Forever Hydra Glow. I think we're going to go with Jones Road today because I don't think I've used this one in a video. I've used it quite a bit on myself just in daily life, but I don't think I've actually shown it to you in a video. And I know I've used the Makeup Forever one before. So let's go in with some of this. So this is What the Foundation from Jones Road in the shade Porcelain. And they sent me this a while ago. They also sent this brush. I have used the brush a few times. I'm not a huge fan of this style of brush in this paddle form. It's okay, it's just not really my favorite kind of brush. I feel like it's hard to really blend the product in with this kind of brush. It kind of feels like it's just moving it around the face instead of actually blending it into the skin. So I don't know, I actually might switch to a different brush. I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger like this and just kind of dot it on. So obviously this is a very polarizing product. Some people love this product and a lot of people did not like it at all. I didn't really try it when it came out the first time, when it like went viral on TikTok with that whole thing. I never tried it back then because that was a few years ago, I guess, that happened. But here's the thing about this is, first of all, it's more of like a foundation balm, I would say. So to me, it's definitely going to be best for dry skin. I would say normal or dry skin. If you have oily skin, I'm guessing you're probably not going to like this. But if you have dry skin, like I do right now, it's really, really nice. Now, it does not give a lot of coverage. Yes, it does have some fragrance in it. It has essential oils in it. It smells really good. If you like the smell of like eucalyptus, rosemary, lavender, those kinds of things, that's kind of what this smells like. It has a very herbal smell. So I like the way it smells, but I can definitely see where if you are sensitive to that kind of thing, you might hate that. But what I will say about it is incredibly beautiful and natural looking on dry skin. And I've been wearing mine I've probably had this like 2 months now. And I do like it. It's not giving you a lot of coverage. You're still gonna see, you know, your skin peeking through it. So if you want more coverage, you're gonna have to add it with a concealer or something else. But I actually like it. I like it a lot more than I thought I was going to. For correctors, we're gonna use the Kosas. These are the Revealer Brightening Color Correctors. And I'm gonna use a little bit of both shades. This is obviously unnecessary. You don't need 2 shades, but I bought them for my video, so I've been trying to use a little bit of both. But the thing with these is I really like them. They are so pigmented though, and they spread quite a bit. So if you really apply these like heavily, they can look cakey really, really fast. So I would recommend starting out with less than you think you need. I can get away with Illusion, which is the second one on its own, or I can mix them. It just kind of depends on the day if I decide to mix or not. But you trust me when I say you do not want to over apply these. I'm gonna blend those together with my N14 from BK Beauty. And you can see the two blended together make a really nice color. Honestly, I could, if I wanted to, just get away with wearing those on their own if I mix the colors. If I wear them individually, I don't really love them just by themselves, but if I mix, I can definitely do that. I'm actually gonna take just a little bit of the Illusion color, which is the peach one, and I usually put just a little bit of that one on my nose right there, or I have that little bit of melasma. It's not that big a deal, but sometimes if you put a peachier color on melasma like that, it will help kind of neutralize it a little bit. But let's go into concealer. I'm kind of torn on which concealer I want to use here. I have my Glossier Stretch Concealer, and actually a few days ago, after I picked these products and then I didn't film with them, the get ready with me part, I did the day after that, I threw on a little bit of makeup because I was gonna go out actually to meet with my doula. And I ended up not going because I got the migraine and it was this whole thing. So I ended up not going, but I came in here to put on just a little bit of makeup, and I added a little bit of this on top of the Jones Road that day, and I really, really liked it actually. I was kind of surprised by how much I liked this. And I wonder if it's just because my skin type right now is just different than it typically is, but well, maybe we'll use this again today. So this is Glossier Stretch Concealer in the shade G11. And I basically just used my concealer brush and I just added a little bit more coverage, and then I did take some of it under my eyes as well. Over that Kosas Corrector. This is a product I do not use often, and the reason I do not is because typically I think it's a little bit too emollient for me, but not right now. Right now, it seems to be working pretty well for my skin, so we're gonna go with that. That concealer, it really does look really good over that Jones Road foundation. I don't know, I guess maybe it's the formulas are really similar, so it just lays really nicely over the top, but I really like it for my skin right now, at least. I'm gonna take a little bit of my sad little Kosas powder. This is the Cloud Set in Breezy. And I'm basically gonna just like lightly set the perimeters of my face with just a little bit of this, just because I'm gonna use a powder bronzer, I think. And I just want to make sure it can hopefully apply well over the top of those two products because they're so glowy and dewy. So I just use a little bit of that. Now for bronzer, I'm going to use this one that we picked, the RMS Hydra, or what is this? ReDimension Hydra bronzer. I think I might just use this really large Hourglass brush for this, and this one is in Beachwalk Betty. And I'm just gonna apply that with this larger side. So something else I was just gonna kind of touch on in this video is something else that has been kind of surprising to me in pregnancy so far is, you know, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, it is not easy to get on camera and film a video of yourself when you're not feeling your best. And that's not something that I typically struggle with a lot, but I don't know, during pregnancy, I've definitely felt a little bit more self-conscious, I guess, than what I typically do. Or I really don't feel self-conscious ever when I film typically. But I don't know, since I've been pregnant, it's a weird thing when you're pregnant and you see everything about you change like all at once. How you look, how you feel, the things you like, the things you don't like, the things you eat, the things you do. It's just, I don't know, sometimes it's really hard. And like, I've definitely had a lot of days like that recently where I feel a little bit, I don't know, I guess self-conscious is like the only way to describe it. And I don't know, I think it's helpful to say those things sometimes, because I know it's easy to look at people on social media and think, oh, like they must just never feel, you know, self-conscious about themselves. They're able to like get online and put videos out of themselves. They must be just like this super confident person all the time, and it's just not the case. It's not. And I know that it may seem like that to a lot of people, or at least I shouldn't say it's not the case for anyone. For me, I can only speak for myself, but for me, it's definitely not the case. I definitely have had a lot of days where I felt like that lately. And, you know, that just makes me human. I think that's normal. But if you ever look at somebody like me or somebody else that you like, that you follow on social media, and you think that about them, I can promise you it's not true. It's not true. They have days where they feel, you know, not their best, and it's hard to put yourself out there sometimes. All right, moving into blush. I don't know, I want to use this, but I also kind of want to use my Kosas blush. Maybe we'll try the Saie one. This is the Dew blush in the shade Sweetie, which is a really pretty kind of peachy pink. Looks like this. I guess we'll try this. Hopefully this applies okay over that powder bronzer. Let's hope. And I'm gonna apply just a little bit of this with my 109 from BK Beauty. I haven't used this color in a long time, but it's very pretty. I didn't love this blush formula when I first tried it a while ago, but I didn't love the bronzer formula like this either. And then last month I had it in the everyday makeup drawer and I really enjoyed that. So I don't know. I guess maybe my preferences are just kind of shifting. I think it's a really pretty, like fresh pink though for spring. All right, let's do some powder. I'm gonna use my Kosas Cloud Set, the new one, the loose one, in Translucent Candy. I have been using this for probably 2 weeks or so, the days I've been wearing makeup. I have used this, and I gotta say, I really like this. I feel like this is definitely hit or miss with people, but I think it's really, really nice. It's not the most mattifying and blurring powder that I've ever used, but I love how it just kind of smooths over the skin and takes away a little bit of the shine without taking away all of it. Or honestly, exactly like the original Cloud Set and the pressed version. So I have really been liking it, but I could see if you have extremely oily skin, this might not be enough powder for you. I think part of the reason that I really like it is because my skin's on the dry side right now. So I want to use a powder that can set the makeup without totally eliminating everything from the skin. And also the pink color to me is not very noticeable. Like once you apply it, I feel like you can't even tell that it was pink. Before we go into brows, I'm gonna take just a little bit of the Kosas blush. This is in the shade Blissed, which is just a really pretty peachy pink. It's actually pretty much the same color, honestly, as that Sweetie color from Saie, just in a powder. I feel like I want a little bit more blush. These two colors, yeah, they go really well together. Okay, let's move into brows. I'm just gonna use my Anastasia brow powder for this. I'm just using the lighter, kind of taupier side. Still have not hit pan on this, but I feel like it could happen at any time. I have kind of been struggling, I would say for like the last 2 weeks since the headaches have started, which I'm not sure if all these things are related or if they aren't, I'm not sure, but I've been having a lot of fatigue and I wasn't really having that. But like the last 2 weeks, I don't know, I have just been feeling so drained. And part of it, I think, is just my eyes are bothering me. So, you know, when your eyes bother you, it makes you feel kind of like foggy, like just kind of like somebody's sitting on your head and like pushing down on your eyes. That's how I've been feeling for like the last 2 weeks. And I don't know, it's just really done a number on me. So that is that's why my videos just kind of abruptly stopped, because I didn't have energy, my head was hurting, and it's just been a struggle. But I really hate it when I can't film and I can't put videos up, because I hate it, because I love doing this and it's such a normal part of my like life, because I've been doing it for so long that I hate it when I can't. But you know, some days you just can't do it. And that's something else that's been hard for me in pregnancy, is just accepting that some days are just not going to be great days. And that's okay. Some days I can't do everything that I normally do. But anyway, I'm sorry to talk your ear off about it, but I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a long time. Hasn't been that long, but it feels like it's been a long time. All right, let's move on with the eyes. We're gonna start with this Trish McAvoy eye base. This is a product I don't ever use. They sent it to me a while ago. If I remember right, the last time I used this, I wanna say it was a little bit dry to me. So I wanna say that's why I didn't like continue reaching for it, but figured we could try it again. So I'm just going to apply this all over with a MAC 217 brush. I'm going to go into the RMS bronzer now in Beachwalk Betty. And I'm going to start this kind of in the outer corner and then bring it up into the crease. Y'all, I have so many videos that I want to film. Like, if you could see the list of videos that I have, like, in my planner of things that I want to film, and I have all these things I want to do. It's just, oh, it drives me nuts when I have times like this where I'm not feeling good or I'm not feeling my best and I feel like I can't do it. It just drives me nuts. And then I start to feel really bad, and I hate just leaving you guys in the, you know, without any videos. And I gotta get over that, because sometimes it just happens. But just know, as soon as I can get new content up, I promise you that I will. We're gonna go into this beautiful little Chantecaille trio. This is their new Lepillion collection. This is one of the palettes. There's 2 of them. This is the Nymph Eye Trio, and how pretty is this? They did send this to me, but these little palettes have become like one of my favorite things from Chantecaille. If you remember, a few months ago, they came out with the cheetah one, and I love that one. This one is different. This is more of a baked formula, but these 3 colors I just love, because you get a little bit of color in here, 2 neutrals, which is just perfect for me. I'm gonna take a little bit of the bronze, so this one right here, and I'm just gonna lightly apply this in the outer corner, kind of over where we put that bronzer, but I'm really just keeping it like right here. And I'm using the brush actually that they sent me from Chantecaille to apply this. It's basically just like a little shader brush. I guess you could kind of blend with it also. So we got those. I'm gonna go back to our first brush that we used with the bronzer and just blend a little. Now, what should we do? I really want to use this lavender because it's just so pretty. So we're going to take a little bit of this and I'm just going to kind of tap this right in the center of the eye. Just a little. And I'm using a brush so it doesn't look as lavender as it would as if I used it with my finger. I love this soft lavender. I think it's so pretty and just wearable. And then I'm gonna take just a little bit of the topper, which looks like that on my finger right there. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of this right in the inner corner of the eye just for fun. And that's it for the eyes. But I just think I love this kind of formula, the baked ones. So nice. Okay, I'm gonna go back one more time to the bronzer in Beachwalk Betty, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more of that to the crease, kind of this inner part of the crease here. I'm gonna take a little bit of liner now. This is the RMS Beauty one in the plum color, and I'm just gonna put this on the upper lash line. Just a little bit. This is a really beautiful plum shade. Using the smudger on the other end just to blend a little bit. All right, I'm gonna curl my lashes. Oh my gosh, did you guys see that Lisa Eldridge is releasing a brown color in her mascara that I love? That is like one of my favorite. In fact, that's my favorite like high-end mascara. I love that one. I was so excited to see that. I know I've talked about her hopefully releasing a brown in one of my videos. I guess she listened. So I cannot wait to get my hands on that because that's a great mascara. I'm gonna use L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal. Y'all, I can't figure out if I like this or not. Sometimes it smudges, sometimes it doesn't. And I cannot figure it out. I love how it looks. Like when you apply it, I love the effect. It gives length and separation. It's not super volumizing. I don't know. Some nights I look in the mirror before I take my makeup off and there's mascara like all over my eye, and then other nights there isn't. So I do not know how I feel about this. I love how it looks though. Finally, for lips, I pulled out a few things because I can never decide. I either want to use my Victoria Beckham liners or Smoky Pink from Makeup by Mario. I'm gonna do a little bit of Victoria Beckham, I think, in shade, well, no, you know what, actually. Let's talk about these for a second. The Rhode Peptide Lip Shapes. Okay, here's the thing. This is shade Twist. Okay, I love the idea of this. I love the concept. I love that they're supposed to be really easy, carefree, not super intense, but the problem is they do not last. They do not last. These are gone on me in minutes. And I'm so sad because I like the way it looks. I like this color, but it won't last. It will not last. And this thing, I think, I don't really get this, to be honest. This little rubber thing, I don't find this that helpful at all. But I do like the color of it. I love the idea. I think this is a miss, to be honest. I wish they had made them just a little bit more long lasting. I know they're not meant to be long wearing lip products, but they don't last at all. That's kind of my opinion on those. Especially if you add a gloss over the top or anything that's moisturizing, any type of lip treatment, lip balm, anything like that, it's that like immediately starts to break down the lip shape. And I'm really sad about it, honestly, because I like the product. I like the way it looks, but there is no longevity at all. Okay, I'm using this lip sheer that I also love from Chantecaille in Ringlet. So Ringlet is one of the shades they released with the palette. There's another one too that's called Monarch. Monarch is a little bit brighter. It's like a more like strawberry pink. All right, we made it to the end of this video. I'm kind of surprised I didn't have to stop, to be honest, because like I said, I tried to film this a few times and it was difficult, but I made it all the way through, so I'm happy for that. But thank you so much for your support and just for all your nice comments. I wrote a post on the community tab a few days ago, just kind of sharing why I kind of dropped off with the videos, and so many of you left so many nice things in the comments, so thank you so much. I read them all, and I really appreciate all of you, so thank you so much. And I hope this video was okay. I'm sorry if it wasn't my usual level of content. I feel like I was a little low energy in this video, but I'm sorry. It's just been a lot the last week and a half, but hopefully I'm on the mend, I hope. But thank you for being here. As always, I will list and link everything for you in the description box. And if you do use my links, I do make a commission that supports me and my channel. So thank you so much for that as well. If you're new, I would love for you to subscribe and follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. And I think that's everything for today. I promise I will be back soon. As soon as I can, I will have the videos coming. But I will see you then. Remember, simply be you.